Hey everybody, welcome back live at Drew's House, Joppa Afternoon Drive. Hope you're all doing well. We got ourselves another music show here in our Newburyport studios. Our guest today out of Exeter, New Hampshire, the great Chuck Melchin.
I got a real trouble feeling like I'm about to take a fall, like an avalanche of bad luck is coming for us all. I caught a little bit of movement in the darkness down the hall. There's something in the basement that's scratching on the wall. So I've been sleeping with my shoes on and a flashlight in my hand. I hear voices quietly whispering the language I don't understand. I didn't leave the closet open. Now I can't find my keys. I thought I saw a pair of glowing eyes looking at me through the trees. Every day is hard to say, it's all inside my head. There's something in the shadows, and I think it wants me dead. I've never had a sleepless night, you left me all alone. I'm begging you, please come home. House is quiet, every sound is amplified. My imagination running wild without you by my side. I might be going crazy, I'd go anywhere for you. Tell me what would bring you back, and I'll do that thing for you. Oh yeah. Every day is harder to say, it's all inside my head. Something in the shadows, and I think it wants me dead. I never had a sleepless night, and you left me all alone. I'm begging you, please come home. I'm begging you, please come home. I'm begging you.
Chuck Melchin, live at Drew's House, Joppa Afternoon Drive. Very nice. How we doing, my man?
Doing all right, man.
Good. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. You are busy. I've been watching you on the social medias and all that. You got a lot of gigs going on.
I don't really book out that far in advance. It's just stuff all piled up.
Yes, yeah. I hear you. Yeah, that's kind of my world too. You know, you can only get so far ahead, right?
Yeah.
Man, how's life? Everything good?
Everything's really good.
Good. Yeah. You guys are. So I know you're playing tonight with some friends over at the Newburyport Brewery. Actually, for people.
Justin Lang.
Justin Lang. Yep.
It's a new Tuesday night acoustic.
Oh,
thing.
Cool.
So it'll be Justin and I and Andrew.
Oh, nice. Andrew Agababian.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah. I remember first time I had him on the show. He was one of my first guests actually, and I remember really that's a tester right off the bat. Here we go.
Yeah.
So,
what a great guy.
He is a great
guitarist as well.
Yep. And his lovely wife
Sierra.
Yeah. Sierra Partland was originally. Yeah.
And they are playing next month. I'm doing a residency last Thursdays at Newburyport Brewing Company.
Oh, cool. Good for you.
And it's Chuck Melchin and friends, and it's a different friend every.
What a good concept!
Every month. So Sierra and Andrew are going to be my guests.
Awesome, very nice.
Not this month, but next month.
How does that work? Do you have to learn each other's songs? And
yeah, I try. I think of it in thirds. I think I'll do a set, they do a set, and we do a set together.
Okay.
But mostly people have been doing their own really long sets.
Yeah.
It's been really good.
Cool. How's that room treating you guys? It's funny. I used to be there all the time. It's just I'm in a weird rut where I haven't been in a little while. I blame winter, but you got the pickleball there now, and is it?
Yeah, it's a little strange seeing the pickleballers walk through the room while you're playing.
It must be rewarding when they stop or come back, though, right?
Yeah, they do sometimes. It's kind of a different vibe, but
yeah.
It's pretty good.
No, that's good.
There's been no fights that I know of.
Yeah. Pickleball, I don't think is well. Actually, that's I shouldn't say that because I have seen some pickleball fights, not around here, but on the social media. People take it very seriously. But so what's new, Chuck? You writing some new music, or you have new songs?
So I have a new record. It's already in the can, as they say.
Yep.
I'm not really sure they say that.
They do. Sure.
But it's in the cassette. It's done. And the release date is April 28th.
Okay.
So we'll start promoing that 5 weeks before that.
All right. Nice
I think
spring
that's
release.
next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any?
It's kind of a different record. It's I was playing around with a lot of open G tuning.
Yep.
Went down this rabbit hole, and everything sounded like Black Crowes.
Yeah.
And I ended up with like 3 or 4 of these songs. They didn't really fit the trajectory of the Blue Sky stuff I was doing. So my promoter's going to put it out as a mini album. We thought about EP. We thought about full album. It was kind of right in the middle.
Yep.
So he's just this new thing called mini album.
Yeah.
So it's got 4 of the Black Crowesy kind of songs, and then one's kind of a regular Blue Sky, and then one that's a really acoustic one that Lynn sings.
Okay. Lynn Taylor.
Lynn Taylor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Who I'm hoping to have on here at the end of the month. I know she's out with her band too, doing a little tour here at the end. So we're gonna get her in studio here too. But
I'm playing their record release. I'm gonna play mandolin and guitar and electric guitar at that show.
I love that circle of music friends. That's great.
Yeah,
So.
they're really great. Charlie and her, they're amazing. Great friends, great talents.
So are these songs that you're playing today? Are these all off the? Where are these coming from today?
The one I just played, is a brand new one. That's the first time it's been played anywhere.
Oh, debut!
Yeah, I save you all. I'll save one for you.
What an honor! Thank you.
And I got 1 or 2 from the new record,
Okay.
and another like Drifter.
Are these Drifter? Yeah. So I was going to say these are like the misfit songs that you couldn't find a home for, but now you're trying to find a home.
They'll end up somewhere.
There you go. All right. You want to get into another one? Keep it rolling.
Sure.
It's
I'll play the one that Lynn sings. I wrote this as a charity song for the flooding that happened in
oh, okay.
Asheville,
North Carolina. Yeah.
Giving the money for this song is going to Brother Wolf. It's a dog rescue.
Oh, good for you, man. That's a great cause. Chuck Melchin here out of Exeter, New Hampshire, live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive.
It's called Tears for Appalachia.
Never met her daddy, was doing 24 to life. Had to shut somebody's mouth up with Randall's skinny knife. Her mama never promised everything would be alright. She just disappeared one morning before the dark sky turned to light. Baby, but she guess no one else will. She's got kid all around the holler, they're starving in the hills. Desperate like coyotes, do what they had to do. I heard it said it takes a village, this village takes from you. She'd rise out of it, said she'd leave it all behind. Tears for Appalachia, starting to unwind. washed the landfill. She had never seen such rain. The river took the cabin, took the horses and the barn. And the river took the baby and kept on rolling on. She swore she'd rise out of it, said she'd leave it all behind. Tears for Appalachia, it's starting to unwind.
Chuck Melchin, live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive. That was a lovely song. That one's for the flooding in Appalachians.
Yeah, it sounds better when Lynn sings it.
No, he sounded great, man. I was thinking as you were singing that, it had kind of a Neil Young vibe to it, which is always a good thing for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, who are your influences, by the way? I don't know if I asked that before.
Neil's a big influence.
Is he?
I saw him when I was 15, and I started wearing flannel, and I never went back.
Yeah, flannel was cool then, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
That's as soon as Neil starts wearing it.
The Jayhawks were a big influence on me. Wilco, especially early Wilco.
Yep.
Jeff Tweedy.
Cool. You're obviously a big lyrics guy. I know I've actually talked to Lynn before, but she loves your songwriting, and it's to be a songwriter in some of these, like, the brewery is a cool environment because it can be intimate, but it is nice to find those intimate venues to be able to get those songs across, isn't it?
For sure.
Yeah. It's nothing worse than a rowdy crowd with some of those songs.
You gotta just sort of like blank it out.
Yeah.
You kind of want a lively bar.
Sure. Yeah. I'm sure you can how to handle rowdy, but it's funny. There was a band called the Heart Collectors. I don't know if you saw them on this show, but they were an Australian touring folk band. Amazing. I always say they were my best dressed guests ever. They came through here and they were, very Australian in pomp and circumstance and everything, but they sounded amazing. Harmonies are great. And they were traveling the country. Visas ran out, and they were one of their last stops before heading back to Australia. They got caught in that hurricane.
Oh,
and they were doing, they were posting videos from like candlelight, trapped in shelters with 50 people, and they were all coming together singing with guitars and trying to keep spirits up. So I have some. That's one of the stories that pops back to me when I think about the storm.
Lynn went
there.
down to a wedding in Asheville.
Really?
That same weekend.
Yeah.
We have a friend in common down there, Johnny Caucasian. He has a radio show.
Oh, okay.
Lynn and I both appeared on.
Your second favorite radio guy?
Second favorite radio. And this song is kind of like his story, but not. It's a little more exaggerated.
Oh, okay.
But he lost his barn and his house, just right down the river.
The pets thing is crazy too, because that's obviously whenever you have these natural disasters, it's something some people don't think about. It's one of the first things I think about. But the pet situation does become stranded pets and lost pets, and it's heartbreaking. But cool. So maybe we can share the link too. I don't know. Was it with a certain shelter?
I can send it to you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll post it.
It's called Brother Wolf. They're in Asheville.
Okay. Yeah, Asheville's still trying to come back. It's going to be a long time, I think. So many things happen in our world, right? It's like the news cycle. It's a day-to-day something different, but you forget how that comeback train is happening.
I guess the mountain roads are hard to get, like, trucks up to where they're washed out to get them rebuilt.
Oh, I imagine. Yeah, that terrain.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Yeah, and I don't know. I took forever to get power back on too, because I know that I'm sure getting power trucks in there is not easy. But man, so we're still thinking of those people too. It's easy to forget, I guess, sometimes. Again, Chuck Melchin joining us here out of Exeter, New Hampshire. He's actually playing for those of you who are driving around listening to the show right now. If you want to catch some live music, he's actually at the Newburyport Brewery with friends. Justin Lang, one of them tonight. Justin Lang, I think, was the first music guest I ever had on this show.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. Does he still say that?
Oh,
yeah.
Downhill from there.
It was. That's right. But yeah, Justin, when I first made this into a music show, and he was the first one to come in. So I haven't seen Justin in a while, so we'll have to hook up soon. But
he's a good dude.
You guys are playing. You guys like playing together? I know you said you were with Andrew Agababian too. Good little trio there.
I like it. I just get to play. I don't have to sing.
Yeah.
I just play mandolin mostly.
Yep.
And we play a lot of blues songs, which is kind of fun on a mandolin.
How many?
Master of the blues mandolin.
What is your favorite instrument to play? Is it?
I really like playing the mandolin.
Do you? Yeah.
I'm certainly better at guitar. But,
Yeah.
But it's more fun.
See, it's because I know a little bit about guitar, but I don't know anything about mandolin. What's the difference? What does that give you?
Well, it's the same as the top 4 strings of a guitar, but flipped upside down.
Oh,
So it's like a violin.
okay,
Same strung the same.
gotcha.
So at first, when I first started playing, I would say on guitar I do this. So on mandolin it's the upside down. And I do that like translation. Like,
Yeah.
So there's always this delay. I'm like figuring it out.
Yeah.
Now after like 15 years, it's kind of like coming more natural.
Gotcha. That's what it's been. 15 years on mandolin.
Something like that.
Yeah. How long did it? I mean, guitar's the first thing when you're learning guitar. You got to start from scratch. Was knowing guitar, did that make mandolin a little bit easier to learn, or not so much?
Made it harder.
Made it harder. Yeah.
I did that translation. Like I played banjo a little bit too.
Yeah.
That I don't even know what the strings are tuned to.
Yeah.
I just kind of make stuff up.
Yeah.
That seems easier than that.
Oh man, that's too funny. Well, very cool. All right, what are you going for next year? What's the next one on the set list, or do you even have a set list? I shouldn't just assume.
I just printed out some stuff.
Yeah. Chuck Melchin again joining us here, playing some.
Yeah, let's do. This is off the new record. This is one of the ones that I wrote it in on a Telecaster tuned to open G.
Okay.
Like I'm Keith Richards.
Oh yeah, there you go.
And it's kind of harder to play with not being in that tuning, but let's see. It's called
right.
Pretty Girl from Mobile.
All right, Chuck Melchin live at Drew's house.
Pretty girl from Mobile, barefoot on the lawn, dancing with the fireflies. Sees me looking at her, breaks into a song. Her body doesn't tell any lies. She was young, she was strong. She got it going on. Fill her glass with red wine and pour yourself some tea. Nobody is going anywhere. She looks like a gypsy, patches on her jeans. You can't help but stop and stare. She was young, she was strong. She got it going on. Pretty girl from Mobile, barefoot on the lawn, dancing with the fireflies. Where she go at midnight, ain't nobody knows. She can only fantasize. She was young, she was strong. She got it going on. She was young. She was strong. She got it going on. She got it going on. Pretty girl from Mobile.
Chuck Melchin live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive. Very nice, my friend.
That's a rocker on the record. Andy Santispago plays the smoking lead.
Yeah.
He's probably my second or third favorite Andy Santispago lead of all time.
Okay.
It's absolutely phenomenal.
Well, that's saying something for you. There you go.
Yeah, I love him.
I like the Keith Richards intro too, because I can hear the. It's a good little.
Yeah, and it has the open G tuning.
Yeah.
So it's very, very much like a honky tonk woman. Or
Yes.
something.
Yeah, honky tonk. That's a good way to. Yeah. The I saw them at Gillette, the Stones, this past. Was that last summer? Yeah, I guess it was last summer.
Amazing, right?
I had seen them 15 years ago when I was in college, and they were pushing 70 then. And now they're in their 80s here, and I went in not these are 80-year-old rockers.
Yeah.
You never, it might not be as good as the last time I saw
Yeah.
them, whatever. They were so damn good, man.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, and Mick is just still running around.
Still running around, 2 hours of jumping.
I have
and
to sit down when I play.
it's crazy. And you know what else too? He's got a smoking band behind him. I know it's they got these session musicians and guys that've been with them for a while. But like Keith Richards is still playing. Like I thought maybe Keith has taken some moments off. I mean, he comes right. One of my favorite moments of the show was they open with "Start Me Up," and he comes out. But Keith
What an opening.
Keith blew one of the notes. He just forgot to hit it, and so it was a mistake. And it's obvious. Everybody knows how "Start Me Up," and he just kind of laughed and played it off. And I was like, "Damn, Keith is as loud as can be. That's awesome."
Great.
It was one of those mistakes that was like refreshing. I was like, these guys are plugged in and live to be. That was great. So they were awesome though. Yeah, unbelievable.
Have you done any open G tuning?
No, I haven't.
It's a rabbit hole, man.
Is it? Yeah.
You'll dig yourself in.
Do a little of that.
You'll come out like 2 months later.
It was summer when Drew came back out after Chuck's show. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. How do you do in the wintertime? Are you okay with it? I will tell you, it bothers me. I'm ready for summer.
I love the winter.
Do you?
Yeah, I love playing in the snow. I get the dogs.
I got the dogs too. Yeah, the dogs make it manageable, but
For sure.
some of those mornings, it's just I don't know. The teeth shaking cold. I don't like. It makes me. I don't know. I like the seasons. I've said this all winter. Like if I could have my Christmas with snow, January 18th is my birthday. I can take that with some snow. Just February, it gets a little long.
Yeah, it's like the dirty end of winter.
Yes. Yeah. You're right. The snow is dirty.
Yeah, it's ugly. It's not fun anymore. It's all ice.
Yeah.
I bought a plow this year.
Oh, you did.
I have a Jeep, and I put a plow in the front of it.
Okay.
So I didn't think it would snow at all.
Yeah.
But that is really fun.
Just for you, or to make
Just
it a
my
little business?
driveway. Our driveway's like 100 feet
Oh, okay.
or so.
Yep.
It slopes down, and we can't get anybody to come plow it.
Yeah.
So,
So you said I'll do it myself.
so I do it myself.
Wow.
So it makes me feel like I've been lifting weights.
That's
feel manly.
sure. Yeah, it's a manly New Hampshire thing to do.
It's awesome. It's so much fun.
Is it actually fun?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because I mean, you could be shoveling, right?
For sure. Yeah.
What's the what is the trick to be doing it? I imagine I've always watching those because the people that come in, they do driveways quickly and get out. I imagine it's kind of like riding a bike, but it's probably some precautions you really got to worry about, right?
I'm really slow at it. Like you see the guys that are pros, and they're they're adjusting the plow while it's like moving. I stop, I adjust the plow.
Yeah.
And I go, and I pick it up, and I back up.
A little methodical about it.
Very, very much.
It's like learning the mandolin is what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
That's too funny. Well, cool, man. We're almost through it. I don't think you'll need it anymore, right?
I hope so.
All right. I hope so
I'm
too.
going to take the plow off.
Very good. Again, Chuck Melchin joining us out of Exeter, New Hampshire. Plays all sorts of music around here, though. In fact, he is at the Newburyport Brewery tonight with Justin Lang and Andrew Agababian. A nice little trio there. What time you guys starting tonight?
6.
6 o'clock? Little 6 to 9?
6 to 8.
6 to 8?
2 hour.
2 hour show?
Which is great.
Yeah, that is nice, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's much nicer than 3.
It does. I hear that a lot, actually. People say if they can just go straight for 2 hours, they'd rather do that.
Yeah, and you like your quality control is better. You playing your best 2 hours of songs, and not like see what else can you like come up with.
Yeah. I'm sure you've had to do that over the years. I see some of these guys. It's friends of mine too have told me I'll see them do a gig, whether it be Hampton Beach or something. They'll be on for like 5 hours, with breaks.
Yeah.
But it's like that seems like a lot of
work.
It's like I love you, but that's a lot of you.
Yeah.
I mean, God, Springsteen's only doing 3.
You get a lot of songs.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of music, but cool. Anything people want to hear your music or find your music? Where are you sending them these days?
It's The Bluest Sky, so I have a Facebook page for that.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff there. Also, Chuck Melchin Music.
Chuck Melchin Music.
Yeah.
Is that a Facebook too, or is
Yeah.
that okay? Awesome. So go there.
I'm trying to transition into Instagram, but I'm an old man.
I think you'll find it's like the open G chord. Once you do it, you're going to be spending too much time on there.
Yeah.
That is what I have found anyway with Instagram. It's a great tool, but I am a little bit envious of people who just aren't doing it like yourself. It can be time consuming, draining, and slightly depressing at times.
For sure.
And who needs that? But it is a good tool if used correctly, I guess. All right, so go see Chuck tonight. Go see him every
The last Thursday of the month. And I've got this month I've got Tiny Dogfight.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite bands ever.
All right.
Andrew Blowen and Lindsay, his wife, great singers. Yeah, I think it's the 27th of this month.
Okay.
Whatever the last Thursday is.
Last Thursday of the month? Cool.
And then Andrew and Sierra 2 months from now.
All right.
And then one more is my friends from Brooklyn, the Bastards of Fine Arts,
Nice.
coming up and playing.
Awesome.
And
Cool.
also Andy Since as well.
All right. So every Thursday at the Newburyport Brewery of the last Thursday of the month.
Yeah.
For the next few months. Awesome. Go check that out.
Until summer.
Until summer. Very good. All right, Chuck Melchin, you going to bring us home with one?
Yeah, I got one more anyway.
Awesome. A big thank you, too, to Maeve Power, our producer today. Thank you, Maeve. Ryan Rothberg, Lily Dissett, the boss, Sarah Hayden, everybody in the house today, our small but mighty team here in Newburyport. We appreciate you all so very much. Again, Chuck Melchin here out of Exeter, New Hampshire, nice enough to make the trek to Newburyport here as he's got a show tonight. So it's a busy day for him. We appreciate you taking the time, Chuck. Thank you, sir.
Another homeless song. It's called Einstein.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next time, everybody. Thank you. Live at Drew's house.
Time moves slower, but always moves forward. It's how they taught it to me. Wrote all equations, ran all simulations, all of the answers agree. I once saw Superman saving poor Lois, flew around the earth super fast. The world had stopped spinning, and then it reversed. Lois was rescued at last. Old Mr. Einstein had said if you travel as close to light speed as there is, time would move slower for you than it would have, relatively speaking, that is. Well, Einstein kept 5 suits hung up in his closet, each one exactly the same, so he wouldn't waste time choosing his outfit, not sure if he was insane. Oh, Mr. Einstein, he said if you travel as close to light speed as there is, time would move slower for you than it would have, relatively speaking, that is. That challenged my thinking about where you go when you die. Says that's when time finally runs backwards, takes you back to the old starting line. Old Mr. Einstein, he said if you travel as close to light speed as there is, time would move slower for you than it would have, relatively speaking, that is. Relatively speaking, that is.